You know, I found that there's a certain loneliness that comes with knowledge, and those who are seeking a similar path to me might know what I'm talking about. When you fall into a group or a category, it's easy to find people who think like you and that can back you up and agree with you, and find blogs where you can discuss your ideas, and places where you can talk about the things you've learned. But when you're not an idealist and you're not religious and you're not a spiritualist or following any New Age belief, you're just using, I guess, theoretic philosophies and theology is kind of my guiding stones. And the things I found in life have just amazed and changed me. I mean, my life's done three. I mean, I can't even express it because it's something that you can't put on film or on paper. It's just a feeling you get when you start to realize and things start to resonate with you and you start to understand what's important. And those things are all found within and not without. So when you start to find out what works for you, you also realize that it can't work for anyone else the same way it works for you. You can express your ideas and share things with people and share concepts and ideas, but it has nothing to do with proving anything to anyone else or proving anything to any external God or trying to do any particular system of prayers or meditations or diets or eatings, belief systems. What it comes down to is just being the best person you can and using fully conscious awareness in every moment of your waking life. I was always the guy that has to take pictures for the family, bring the camera, trying to take pictures of everything. And a few years back, I just had to stop doing it. I just couldn't do it anymore. I like to enjoy the moment. And then even more recently, I heard someone talking about just that, how the ultimate goal in life, as one man put it, was to be able to kind of photograph every moment of your life and make it your own and file that away in the back of your mind. For a lot of us, we go to work, we come home. It's a pretty meaningless life in our minds, but in reality, we're doing a lot of hard work and a lot of hard things. I haven't worked I'm a carpenter and I haven't worked in 3 months, but it doesn't mean I haven't been working. I have two kids, and we just had a baby, and, being a parent is a hell of a lot harder than any job I've ever worked. We have a lot of conflicts in life that make life enjoyable and make life worthwhile. Without those conflicts, we wouldn't be able to enjoy anything because we wouldn't have any comparative analysis to make between good and bad times. And it really is in the perspective. They say you can change your life, change your mind and change your life, and it really is true. You change your mind about how you want to view things. If you want to see the glass half empty, that's fine. But you're never going to get out of the rut. And when you start to find the truth in life and you start to look into ancient ideas and what these concepts of religion really mean and what they mean to the man, to the person who walks like Jesus, not as Jesus or following Jesus, but walks as he did, walking in the giving, in the spirit of giving to your fellow man, knowing that resonates back to you and that everything you do really does come back to you. And it's not about karma. And once you exceed the idea of karma and you surpass it and you start to realize that karma is not what I once thought of as a kid, what a lot of people might still be thinking it is, where you do something bad and it comes back to you like a boomerang. Karma is something that you do bad that comes back to anyone or any situation or anything bad. It's an action-reaction that's caused, and the effect could be anywhere and among anyone at any place, because we are all one. And I was thinking earlier about how when I was younger, I once questioned myself and said, man, I can't believe people believe in God. I was like, it amazes me that people really think that there could be one guy up there watching everyone every time, It's just funny to think of how even as I was I was taking psychedelics and smoking weed and enjoying life, and I was really a deep thinker, but I still couldn't get past the concept that God is within everyone. I couldn't understand that because no one had ever explained that to me. I was just saw him as a separate entity because everyone seems to ask externally for help. And that's admirable, that's fine. And when people need that, that works. But I think that once you develop an inner knowledge and an inner working and a system, you have no need to prove anything to anyone anymore. You really stop defending your point of view and your belief systems in a lot of cases, unless it's important to you. and you start to analyze everything people say and everything you say, and life changes. You really become a different person, and you kind of withdraw from a lot of the things that you might have once done. You don't have any support groups, and I can understand that. Anyone who's been there knows that the true search for knowledge always ends up with the person, the individual, and it can never be attained through another source or buying a person's book or watch this DVD or this video. It will enlighten you. All you can do is learn all the things you can, but don't believe anything and take away from it. You know, a lot of people say, well, you can't just take a belief system from a little bit of everything in this and make your own religion out of it. Well, actually you can, yeah. I wouldn't necessarily call it a religion, but more of a way of thinking and a philosophy on life. One religion might have a really important belief system that might resonate with you, and not necessarily another part of it. That doesn't mean you have to, it's one or all. You know, you can be part Catholic, part Protestant, whatever you want to be. Anyway, be yourself, be kind, love one another, and that's it. Peace and love.